Oh, welcome to Homemaking Dynasty, and I remain your host, Fine Girl. Today, we are going to be talking to our youth from teen age that you are not married to a marriageable age. As many of us that we desire to have a good home, a purposeful home, a joyful and a happy home. There are some things that we need to have take into cognizance, take into consideration before we actually be talking about marriage, like knowing who you are, your purpose, and like that. So today we want to start with identifying ourselves. Who am I? Who am I? And when we are talking about who am I, we are talking about a direct question that has to do with self-reflection, that has to do with your identity, a question that has to do with knowing yourself, your core values, your beliefs, your purpose in life. And know this thing goes beyond the surface level of what people know used to be. You are happy, you are this, you are that. No, this is actually what make you you. What make you you, that things in you that when every other thing is no more, that you know that this thing, this is you. And that is what we are asking you to discover yourself in. Beyond surface level roles, touching on your character, your emotions, and your personal philosophy in life. Until you discover all these things, you have not yet begun in life, because these are things that will shaping, that will define you, that will make you into somebody of value in the future. And when we are talking about this, who am I? We're actually talking about the first thing is self-reflection. There is a way you get to that point when we are growing up. Your parent, or let me say our parents, they define us, they mold us, they make us, they choose for us, they tell us what to be. But the moment you discover that you get to a point, for example, your parent wants you to do something and you don't feel comfortable, just know this is not me. Especially, let's talk about academics. They want you to go to science, but something is telling you that no, I prefer arts. You want to go to art and say no, science. But because we fear our parents or they didn't allow us to choose, so you find yourself in science and you discover you are struggling. This is not you. You will have done better if you are in art class. But because they want you to become a doctor, they want you to become an engineer. So you are there and you are struggling. Even at times you might not struggle. You might still make it. You go to a higher institution, but you just discover that no. I've seen somebody that finished his study, I can't remember, after service. He went back to go for law. He said, I want to be a lawyer. He said, this one that I did is for my parents. I know somebody that also finished after if she finished, that went back to go and study medicine. Some of us, we find ourselves just discover that no, I'm not fulfilled. And these are things that we are asking you. It is better if you discover it early in life. Self-reflection, search for one's true nature, often pursued through meditation of quiet thought. It's not something you get in a rowdy, in a crowded, in a noisy place. Quiet reflection of who you are, your identity assessment, evaluating who you are based on personality, habits, and skills. You want to know your skills, your personality. Am I an extrovert? Am introvert? Who am I? Am I kind? Am I passionate? Am I an angry bird? You want to discover yourself. That has to do with identity assessment, and your life transition from your babies, from primary school to secondary to higher institution, your NYC. You want to look at your transition, how you evolve. What are the things that give you passions? What are the things that no, you just find one way or the other, you find yourself doing. Like for example, I know from my small age, that I can remember vividly my secondary school age. I've been a counselor, counseling people. One way or the other, it just come naturally. Naturally, even at times something that they don't call me into, I say, where I just get the nudge and I just say, why not this? Why not this? Why not that? It flows naturally. So if I'm doing counseling work today, I'm not surprised at all because it's an inbuilt. You need to discover as you are transiting what are the things that easily comes your way, your major changes in life, your jobs, your breakups, your all those things. You need to look into it. And then you must ask us, then if I'm faced with like an interview or whatever, somebody just gonna say, who are you? Then how do you answer this question? Who are you? They are not asking you that what is your job, what are you doing, what is your qualification. They want to know the you. That is the question. Then if you are asked who am I, it looks beyond the surface things. No, they are not talking about your family, your titles, your job, your career. That's not what they are asking you for. They want to exploit the core you, your being. What make you you? That your being. That is what they are asking you. And no, in answering this, it has to, is it comes in levels. It's not just one way traffic. It's not one way traffic. It requires a multi-layered approach in answering this question. No, you have to talk about your external influence, your inner world, your personal history. So you need to look into all those things. And when you are answering this thing, the first thing is the internal factors, your self-concept and your character. When they ask you those questions, that is how you answer. You first start from your internal factors, then you go to your external factor, that is your roles, your relationship, to your dynamic and how you have evolved in life, the psychological and then the spiritual dimension of your life, your beliefs in life. So there is, and because we are going to take like 2 weeks to deal with this topic, who am I? We're going to take like 2 weeks into it. And I want to encourage us that in doing this, what are the things that you need to have? You want to answer this question. You want to answer this question. You are the one asking yourself this question and you truly want to answer the question. Then you need to be in the use of introspection, that is, you must be introspective. Spend time in quiet reflection. As we are going to be telling you some things to do, spend times in quiet reflection. Think deep. Go to a lonely place. Journal, that is, write down things. Whatever that drops in your mind, just keep writing. Don't consider the grammar, the grammatical error, the whatever. As it drops, just write. Who are you? Who am I? Just pen it down. Meditate to a dig beneath the surface. Take deep, 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 deep down. It's not a surface thing that will bring you to a point. Like I said, I've always been a counselor. I don't know I'm going to be in fact, I didn't know it's a counseling thing. I just see myself helping people. I just know that people need help, especially in relationship. And I'm always offering help. Though I've had my own fair shares of relationship, but I just see that it's easy for me to counsel. It's easy for me to help people to play the card and see that, okay, this is a bad card, this is a good card, go this way. It's always easy for me, even when I'm not engaged, even when I'm not married. I've always been there counsel. So I think that, okay, no, this goes beyond passion. It has to do with calling. I begin to align myself with it, do more study, do more things on relationship. How can you help people better and better? And here we are today. So you need to think beneath that, okay, why am I always finding myself in this space? The second thing is seek feedback. You need to get feedback from people. At times, you don't really know yourself deep like that. You don't really see some things as what you need, that this is your unique selling point, or this is who you are, or this is your purpose. Somebody has to bring it to your notice. It might be coming to you somehow, but you don't, maybe you are pursuing something else. So seek feedback. Ask trusted friends, families, mentors, your pastors, how they perceive your strength, your character. What do they have to say about you? Let people tell you. I remember there was a time that I need validation or something, and I begin to ask people, who am I? Who am I? To you, who is Bola? To you, who is Pastor Mrs.? No, it goes beyond. Not everybody just mommy epelema, mommy epelema. No, but sometimes you need people that can look to your face and tell you that this is who you are, so you will know how to work on some things. Then define yourself by being, not by doing. Define yourself by being, not by doing. When you have all this, it's going to help you. Like, for example, doing is your job. You are doing your job. If your job is removed from you, that is your being. Outside your job, who are you? Are you a kind person? Are you empathic, compassionate? Because this is outside your job. You might fake it because they have to pay you there. So define yourself by being and not by your doing. Then be patient. This identity is not something you can say, I want to discover myself today. It takes days, weeks, years, and it's evolving. You cannot know yourself finish, but the one you know today, make sure you are walking by it, and we trust God that God is going to help you. One thing is, the moment you put yourself to discover yourself, you will definitely discover yourself. The book of Joshua, chapter 1. Moses is no more. Joshua is now the head. And Joshua has never seen himself as the head. He has always been an errand boy. Now, reality of life has come to play. And Joshua was lost. He stood. He was still expecting the way Moses will come and say, we are going up to the mountain. This is what God says. And he was there. And God came to him. If Joshua has not been silent, if Joshua has not been quiet, thinking, God did not just come to Joshua and begin to speak to him. Joshua decided, I want to believe that Joshua was in a place of self-reflection. How do I do this? Leader, I've never been. I've always been hiding under Moses. How do I do this? Who am myself? How do I come to this place? And the Bible said that God came and he said, Joshua, my son, Moses is gone. Guard yourself together. This is your reality. This is your identity. This is who you are. And let me tell you something. You want to know yourself better? Keep studying. And that is the beginning of breakthrough of Joshua. And the same thing is coming to us today, as God told Joshua in Joshua 1 from 5 downward. Say, be courageous. Take the horn by the bull. Take the bull by the horn. This is who you are when you are quiet, when you make up your mind that you want to discover yourself. When you tell yourself that, no, I don't want to keep making mistakes. I want to discover myself. I don't want to be jumping from one relationship to the other. I want to discover myself. I want to work on myself. You will definitely discover yourself. I believe that this has helped you today. And if you know that you are truly blessed, please don't be selfish with this podcast. Please share with your friends that you know that they need to discover purpose. And please like and comment. And please, I'm begging you, let's meet here next week by the grace of God, as we are going to be telling you more on how to discover and to know who you are. I remain your host, fine girl by name. God bless you, and see you next time.